Hey, you guys. Welcome to my channel. Give me just a second. I'm trying to get everything swapped over. Okay, so I'm going to kind of tell you guys what's going on, bring you guys back up to date on what happened. Davideason, Jenelle Evans' husband, was arrested over the weekend of June 15th, 2020 for assault with a deadly weapon and for sending threats. David was booked at Columbus County Detention Center and was released on an unsecured bond. He was set to go to court on July 6th. Jenelle said at the time that she was going to put a restraining order against David the following Monday, but she did not do that. A couple days later, she was spotted out with David. She went back to him really quickly. They had a court date, and the first court date, it was rescheduled. What happened was the charges were dropped against Davideason. Now, when James pressed charges against Davideason turned around and pressed charges against James. Okay, so James, he is on disability, or he's disabled. He stays home. He's a very nice gentleman. I've spoke to him on the phone. Josh is James' partner. Josh was the one that was friends with Jenelle. Josh has known Jenelle for years, for like 10 years. And James has only met Jenelle. I think this was his second time meeting Jenelle when he went over to help Jenelle move her things, get her kids. Fairy Dessa, thank you so much for the super chat. You guys, I do want to say this video will more than likely be demonetized. I don't know that for sure, but I feel like it will be. So super chats are greatly appreciated. Also, if you want to say something to catch my attention, the super chat would send a super chats would definitely help with that as well. So Josh and Jenelle had met for lunch that day, and Jenelle had basically told Josh that she wanted to leave and she wanted him to go help her. So he contacted his partner and said, hey, let's go over and help Jenelle get her things. Her kids are there. We're going to go help her get the kids and her things. So they went over there, and David was actually in the shower. He came. Yes, my moderators have my PayPal link. Super chats, YouTube, they do take out a big chunk of that. So if you guys want to support my channel without YouTube eating up half of that money, you guys can send PayPal donations. That's greatly appreciated as well. So David come out in a towel, like he just got out of the bathtub or something. He had a towel on. I guess he figured out what was happening, and he went back in the room and put some pants on, come out with his pants on and a gun on his hip. And at one point, he thought that Jenelle or the guys had gotten his truck keys. So the situation turned ugly very quickly. And I'm going to play the audio for you guys. Trigger warning, there is yelling, there is cussing. You can, at one point, you can see the kids. Now, this video was taken because someone in the house just decided to put their phone on video. When things started kind of getting a little heated, someone put their phone on video, just like, you know, oh, my light's on. They just grabbed their phone, put it on video, and kind of kept it down. Like they wasn't like this. They weren't like actively filming, if you get what I'm saying. Had they held their phone up like that, I'm sure it would have got a lot worse. Parody J. Evans. I've had a lot of people say that. I've seen that a lot. And that was another reason why I wanted Josh and James to come on and tell their story, you know, about what happened, because I've seen on Twitter and on Instagram where people are saying, you know, they think that this was a setup, that they think that Josh and James and Jenelle and David was all in on this. You know, and when you hear this audio, I think it may change your mind, because I don't know if this was done to just for publicity. They really took it way too far by filming and cursing in front of the kids and screaming in front of the kids. I don't know. I'm going to play the audio, but like I said, trigger warning. It's loud, it's cursing. So if you have your kids there, maybe going to another room. It's a very short clip, you guys. It's only like 45 seconds. And the camera's moving all over the place. But what you hear is really what just is crazy to me. And that's another reason why I wanted Josh and James to be here, so they can walk us through what happened. But since they're not here, I'm going to try to walk you guys through what happened and what it sounds like happened to me and you guys. You know, this is not me telling you exactly what happened. It's just me telling you what I think happened based off what I hear in the audio. So give me just a second, and I'm going to try to share this audio with you guys.
Yeah. Right now, you are not invited anymore. You are trespass from this house. Get the fuck out, or I'm going to put you out. You're going to get the fuck out, or I'm going to put you out.
Put your hands on me and your ass will be in jail.
You're going to get your ass beat regardless.
I don't give a fuck. My ass has been beat before.
That's not like me, motherfucker.
You ain't going to get nothing, Chad.
No, hold on,
Kaiser.
Let me tell you something.
Come on, Kaiser.
This Jeep is not leaving unless I get my truck keys.
Get your shoes on,
How
Kaiser.
about that? Huh?
I don't have it. Hey!
What did I just tell you?
Are you
boy?
kidding me?
Give me my goddamn truck.
Get away. Get away.
You don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out of my goddamn house while I blow your fucking brains out, boy.
Play it one more time for you guys so you guys can hear it one more time.
Right now, you are not invited anymore. You are trespass from this house. Get the fuck out, or I'm gonna put you out. You're gonna get the fuck out, or I'm gonna put you out.
Put your hands on me and your ass will be in jail.
You're gonna get your ass beat regardless.
I don't give a fuck. My ass has been beat before.
That's not like me, motherfucker.
You ain't going to get nothing, Chad.
No, hold
Come on,
on,
Kaiser.
Let me tell you something.
Come on, Kaiser.
This Jeep is not leaving unless I get my truck keys.
Get your shoes on,
How
Kaiser.
about that? Huh?
I don't have it. Hey!
What did I just tell
Are
you,
you
boy?
kidding me?
Give me my goddamn truck.
Get away. Get away.
You don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out of my goddamn house while I blow your fucking brains out, boy.
Okay, so as you guys can see, Inslee is clearly there. Kaiser's there. We were told that Jace and Marissa was there as well. Also, you hear her talking to Kaiser, saying, Kaiser, come on, Kaiser, come on. At one point, Inslee says something, mommy, something, go. I was able to get like a still shot of Inslee's face. Hold on, let me see. I'm going to email this to myself so I can show you guys the still shot that I took of her as this was happening, because she just looked like she was not happy. Like she looked scared. With this video, and here's the thing, is James and Josh's attorney, they've seen the video from what I understand. But the thing was, from what I gather, is that Jenelle obviously flipped. Now she's on David's side, saying that James and Josh were trespassing, and that Jenelle is saying, and David claimed that James hit David first. But if you listen to that, it does not sound like James hit David first. David says the Jeep will not leave here until I find my truck keys. And James said, I don't know about that. And you hear like a ruckus. And Jenelle says, hey, are you serious? And David says, I told you. So it seems to me if David saying I told you because he had just assaulted James. And I think after that was when James fought back. And at one point you even hear the gun cock as well. And I'm gonna actually play that part where you guys can hear the gun cock. Hold on. You have to listen really careful, but you can hear the gun cock.
So I will be live.
Wrong one.
Right.
Okay.
You are not invited anymore. You are trespass from this house. Get the fuck out, or I'm gonna put you out. You're gonna get the fuck out, or I'm gonna put you out.
Put your hands on me and your ass will be in jail.
You're gonna get your ass beat regardless.
I don't give a fuck. My ass has been beat before.
That's not like me, but
You ain't gonna get nothing, Chad. No,
Come on, Kaiser.
Let me tell you something.
Come on, Kaiser.
This Jeep is not leaving unless I get my truck keys.
Get your shoes on,
How
Kaiser.
about that? Huh?
Okay, so that was David saying, like, your Jeep's not leaving until I get my truck keys. Mind you, they did not move his truck keys and they did not have his truck keys. David did say later that he found his truck keys. James' response was, I don't know about all that. And then someone gets hit. Listen.
Hey!
What did I just tell
Are you
boy?
kidding me?
And David says, what the F did I just tell you, boy? So if James would have been the one assaulted right then, why would David be saying, what did I just tell you? To me, it's clear that David assaulted James first, and this is my opinion.
Give me my goddamn truck.
Get away. Get away.
You don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out of my goddamn house, boy. You fucking brains out, boy.
Hold on. There was a part where you hear the gun cock. Hold on. Oh, there it was. Hold on.
Get away. Get away.
You don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out of my goddamn house.
So you can
Get
actually
away.
hear it.
Get away.
You don't give a fuck.
Did you guys hear that? It was in between Jenelle saying get away and David saying you're about to give an F. You hear the gun cock.
Get away. Get away.
You don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out of my
Okay, so let me see if I got the picture of Inslee that I can show you guys. All right, I'm gonna show you guys the picture of Inslee. Let me go grab that. Okay, you guys see that picture of her? Look at her face. Like, doesn't she look scared? Like, there wasn't a lot that you could see in the video because it was being moved around so much. But I got that still shot of Inslee. I had to put it in an editing app and just like slow it down a lot to get that picture of her. And she looks like she's scared. She looks very sad. I mean, yeah, she definitely doesn't look happy. And I wish I could have figured out what she was saying. She said, mommy, something, something. Go. I don't know if she was saying, mommy, let's go, or mommy, I want to go. I don't know, but it was mommy, something, something, go. I'm going to show you guys some more pictures. Now, you know, a lot of people disagree with them dropping charges. We all feel like, when is something going to happen to David? When is David going to have to pay some consequences to the things that he's doing, right? So from my understanding, the reason everybody agreed to drop charges, from what I understand, is because David's attorney was really gunning to press charges or proceed with charges against James for like trespassing, assault as well, even though from what it seems in this audio, James was defending himself. He was in fact defending himself. You know, someone just said, you know, that the guys need to be charged for endangering the kids and trespassing. They were invited to go with Jenelle to help her get the kids and the kids' things and her things to leave David. I think they had good intentions going to help her, but I think when it got to a certain point, if it was me, I think I would have took off. Like, I just would have been like, I'm gone. I probably would have scooped the kids up and ran and left like David and Jenelle there, you know, probably would have ended up shot. But I think they had the best of intentions going there to try to help her. But David said, you have to leave, you're trespassing. And right after he says, you guys have to leave, you're trespassing, he then says, the Jeep's not leaving until I find my keys. At which James says, well, I don't know about that. So I think they were wanting to leave. They just wanted to make sure that the kids came, you know, that they could bring the kids. Now, when they left, James, Josh, Jenelle left. Jenelle and the kids did leave with them. The cops were called. They went to the magistrate to press charges. She said she was going to do this restraining order. And then 2 days later, I want to say that it was, she was back with David. All right. So this is an exchange between the guys and Jenelle. Can you guys see that? Let me go back in and try to see if I do it that big. Okay. So this is one of the guys messaging Jenelle saying, "You doing okay?" Janelle's response, "Yeah, I'm doing good. Just at my mom's waiting on David to be picked up." And David just texts me this. So this was, let me see. The incident occurred on the 12th. Was it the 12th or the 11th? I think it was the 12th, I want to say. I could have those dates off by a day or two. No, it must have been the 11th. Okay, because this was the 12th. So I think it happened. Yeah, it happened on a Thursday because he got arrested Thursday night for this, and then Friday for the warrant for the no-show for court. Okay, so it happened on June the 11th. So the 12th, Jenelle was at her mom's. The guys text her to check on her. "Hey, you okay?" She says, "Yeah, I'm at my mom's. David is waiting to be picked up, and this is what he just texted me." So David texts Jenelle and says, "I guess you forgot I was assaulted with a weapon first." It sends pictures of injuries, right? Which in the audio, I don't know. I mean, that audio really sounds like David assaulted James first. So Janelle's response. Oh, Jenelle says to James or Josh or whoever it was that she was speaking to, which seems funny because he didn't take a pic of it until now. Seems like he did it to himself. So this is Jenelle saying, it seems like David done this to himself. Like, why is he just now sending me a picture of this? And, the guys say, "Yes, exactly. That would have happened." I don't know what the rest of that says. Let me see. Oh, and this is where Jenelle sent them the video of what happened. Okay, so Jenelle herself says, he probably done it to himself. And I know when I talked about this a few weeks ago, Jenelle messaged me and she said, bruises do not become yellow until they are healing, right? That's what she told me. And I was like, so are you saying that David's bruise right here, as you guys can see, because it's a little yellow around it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is yellow on the outside of that bruise. And Jenelle was saying bruises only turn yellow when they're healing, not the day of an incident, right? So that's what she was telling me. And I was like, so you're basically telling me, Jenelle, that the pictures that I seen of his bruise was after the incident, had to be days after it because he was already healing. Like a bruise, if this would have been done the day before, first off, if that cut on his hand down there, if he took the picture the next day, it would not look like that. And that bruise looks like it's probably a week or so old. Just my opinion alone. I'm not a doctor. I don't know much about bruising other than when I get a bruise on me. But I did talk to a nurse, actually. And she did say that usually when you get yellow bruising, it's when the bruise is actually healing. So this bruise looks to be healing. We actually have a nurse in our comment section, Kelly Brown. Look at that bruise. Does this bruise look like it's old? What do you think? Because this bruise was allegedly the day after the incident. I do not know why she goes back to him, you guys. I don't know. I don't know if it's because she's scared he will not leave the property. But, I mean, I can honestly tell you guys, I prayed many times that she would get away from him, that the kids would get away from him. Yeah, that bruise looks like it's at least a week old. Yeah, yellow and green comes 5 to 10 days later. Thank you, Wooden. I do not think she has a mortgage. Yes. Another thing, too, is from my understanding, attorneys have heard this. I don't know why it has not been turned over to CPS. I'm unsure. But an incident like that, here's the thing, is it escalated that quickly because he cannot find his keys. He cannot find his keys. He thought they'd done something with them. So he starts screaming, yelling, get the F out of my house. Christina, I'm not sure. I feel like once this audio is released and the video is out, the audio is released now. I feel like CPS may get calls about it. And, you know, I don't want to see anybody lose their kids that deserve to have their kids, but they really have to do better than this. Of acting this way over misplacement of keys. And the thing is nobody had the keys, Miss Leah. David himself said that later on when he found the keys, he had misplaced them. The guys didn't have them. The guys was just there. They were trying to help Jenelle. They were trying to help get the kids out of there, get Jenelle's things. Jenelle had met James for lunch that day and said, look, I want to leave. Can you guys help? Can you guys come with me? Let's get my things, get the kids, and go. And Josh was like, sure, no problem. Like, I think Josh even said, you guys can stay with me if you want. So Josh called his partner, who had only met Jenelle one time before that. They went out there, and they said at first, like, it was okay. You know, David comes out in a towel. He was friendly with him at first. But when he come back out, he had his pants on with a gun. If you guys see in the video, when the video first comes up, that's David on the other side of the couch. And he doesn't have a shirt on. He has his pants. He has a gun on his hip. And when he thinks that the keys have been misplaced, or when he thinks that they have gotten the keys, I don't know what led him to think that they got the keys. But when he thought that they got the keys, he really just blew up. He really got mad. Am I blurry? Okay, hold on. I'm going to be still a little bit, and I'm going to take this off the screen. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because it is blurry, I'm going to go ahead and probably shut the live off, but I may stay in the comment section and answer comments. Thank you guys. Or you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to end the live and come back on, and we'll just do like a hangout and talk about it. Are you guys down for that? It's still kind of early. I don't want this video to be too long. I wanted to put the audio out there, video, audio. I hate to really call it a video because I don't want people to expect like a video, but it's mainly just the audio that I wanted you guys to hear. This audio was handed over to me. If channels are going to play it, just please give the credit back to my channel if you don't mind. That's really all that I ask, because I feel like channels may pick this up. And if you do, just please credit it back to my channel. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get off, and then I'm going to come back on and we can kind of discuss it if you guys are okay with that. Are you guys okay with that? All right, I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Bye, everyone.